If you're a motorcycle enthusiast, or simply enjoy futuristic vehicles, you'll definitely appreciate the models we've selected for this episode. The first machine is the BMW Motorrad VisionNEX 100, which has moved beyond being just a concept and entered the real world. The key feature of this futuristic motorcycle is that the rider never loses balance. The BMW bike simply doesn't tip over. This model was designed and built to celebrate BMW's centenary, showcasing to fans and users everything one can expect from the brand in the next 100 years. To design and create this motorcycle that seems to have come straight from the future, the design team imagined what the world would be like in the year 2130. It was with this in mind that BMW developed and designed the BMW Motorrad VisionNEX 100, which, in a literal translation, would be something like the vision of the next 100 years. The assistance system ensures perfect balance, allowing the motorcycle to remain stable throughout the ride and also when stationary. This enhances the driver's safety and makes it easier for beginners because they are securely guided in all riding situations and simply cannot fall. However, experienced motorcyclists also benefit from the high level of balance, as the motorcycle becomes even more agile, making the riding experience more dynamic. The frame is flexible and allows steering maneuvers without the joints that are currently common in motorcycles. If the handlebars are moved, the entire frame changes shape, facilitating changes in direction depending on the traffic situation. The forces required for this vary. With this motorcycle, steering maneuvers are particularly easy at stops, while the chassis remains firm at high speeds. The Lazaretti LMV 496 is an astonishing vehicle created by French mechanical engineer Ludovico Lazaretti, and it is the only hover bike that functions like a real motorcycle. Beyond its gravity-defying features, there are several reasons to consider this jet-powered model on the highway. The motorcycle is propelled by an electric motor with a range of approximately 100 kilometers. For hovering, it utilizes horizontal jet engines, each capable of generating 1,300 horsepower, allowing the bike to hover for up to 10 minutes. The jet turbines are powered by kerosene, and while in flight, the electric motor does not consume energy. To initiate flight, you simply press a button and observe the wheels dynamically move from an upright position to a horizontal one. The transformation is completed in 60 seconds. In case of a malfunction during the journey, the wheels contain quick opening parachutes. According to the manufacturer, the LMV 496 is designed to accommodate any rider. With a capacity to carry up to 1,000 kilograms, the motorcycle utilizes TFX technology, providing shocks adapted to the rider's body weight and driving style. Ludovico Lazaretti and his engineers used a carbon Kevlar composite for the bike's body. This hybrid material combines both elements to create an even more robust material, while carbon fiber provides rigidity and strength. The Kevlar component absorbs impacts and is resistant to fractures. Only 5 bikes of this model were manufactured, so one of these flying motorcycles can be yours if you're willing to spend up to $500,000 to acquire one. This impressive Yama H Motoroid is an electric and semi-autonomous motorcycle with artificial intelligence, despite still being a concept. The manufacturer promises a bike that will be able to stand up and go to its owner by itself, in addition to assisting in driving through telerobotics, alongside technology that eliminates the need for cables and operates through electronics for features like acceleration, braking, and handling. There are also beautiful 3D printed carbon wheels. Another fascinating technology incorporated into the Motoroid is an electronic feature abbreviated as AMC, responsible for stabilizing the vehicle by constantly acting on the center of gravity to aid in the balance of the man-machine ensemble. Not coincidentally, lithium-ion batteries were positioned exactly on the axis of the AMC to serve as a counterweight in the structure, forming a kind of technological loop. Thanks to this technology, the two-wheeled vehicle can even retract its stand up, and go to its owner by itself at low speeds. In addition to all these innovations, the Motoroid also uses artificial intelligence to recognize the face of its owner. The magic happens because the motorcycle features a biometric camera that works in conjunction with the AI system to identify the owner's face and start the electric motor ready to go. This motorcycle seems to have come straight out of a science fiction movie, and when it ceases to be a concept and becomes fully functional, the rider will be literally embraced by the fairing they call Viva. It is equipped with what the Japanese call the Up the Voices accessory, which recreates the sensation of touch by applying forces, vibrations, or movements to the user, all to bring interaction to what they call the two living beings, humans and machines. The renowned Slovenian manufacturer of high-performance exhaust systems, Covich, seems poised to surprise the global two-wheeler market with the release of its first motorcycle prototype, FULL Moon. Developed in partnership with the local customizer Dream Machine Motors, the model was unveiled to the public at the Exotic Custom Bike Show in Germany. The concept behind the name refers to the full moon, and it is a futuristic prototype with a design that combines a minimalist front and a well-faired rear, venturing into the realm of adventure models for long journeys. The standout feature is the 30-inch aluminum front wheel. According to the manufacturer, the full moon prototype is equipped with a 1,524 cubic centimeters engine. It's still unknown whether Kovich's intention is to gauge public reaction for a motorcycle from the brand, but the fact remains that the company has captured the attention of two-wheeled vehicle enthusiasts. Alpha is the name of this concept motorcycle. As impressive as the story behind its construction, it was created by an unlikely duo, a traditional mechanic from Utah and a designer from Istanbul. The Turkish designer, Mehmet Dur Erdem, drew the BMW Alpha concept inspired by the legendary motorcycle of the Bonfire Pilot and shared the concept on social media. It caught the attention of Mark Action, an American mechanic who builds engines as a hobby. When I say he builds, I mean he literally manufactures every part from scratch, from crankshafts to pistons, eager to see that motorcycle with his own eyes, but unable to contact the designer. Mark decided to start the fabrication himself. After much persistence, the mechanic eventually received a response. From then on, the duo began communicating and sharing ideas about the Alpha every day. Despite the 9-hour time difference between Utah and Istanbul, Mehmet and Mark worked to make the concept even more impressive. For the motorcycle's body, Mark chose an unusual material, basalt. Similar to carbon fiber, basalt can be transformed into fibers used to create a mesh. It's an uncommon yet beautiful material. The Alpha remains a concept and not an actual BMW motorcycle. Still, it's fantastic to see people capable of building something like this in their own garage. Even more incredible is knowing that the motorcycle is the result of the independent collaboration of two individuals living on opposite sides of the world, all thanks to the internet. Here, we're not exactly talking about a motorcycle, but rather about a technology developed by Honda for its motorcycles, which is truly impressive. We're referring to the Honda Riding Assistee, which makes the motorcycle appear by itself without a rider, balancing effortlessly. Not to mention the Follow Me function, that literally makes the motorcycle follow a person after pressing a button, as if it were a pet. It's essentially the same concept as autonomous cars, or systems capable of parking themselves or returning to the driver. In the case of motorcycles, this technology is even more interesting because, obviously, it needs to balance itself. According to Honda, the technology was developed through its research with humanoid robots. The Japanese company explained that the motorcycle automatically balances itself for ultra-low speed situations that require the rider's attention to balance, such as in traffic jams or during starts and stops. Riding Assistee, as indicated by the E at the end of the name, is powered by an electric motor and is in Honda's plans for its future motorcycles and cars. To demonstrate the evolution practically, Honda used a larger and more futuristic-looking motorcycle. The Riding Assist E2.0 uses an independent oscillating arm system to balance the motorcycle at low speeds or when stationary. In the video released by the company, we see a rider sitting comfortably on the motorcycle without using hands for balance or feet for support. Honda also showcased the system's evolution during motorcycle riding, still at low speeds, but demonstrating complicated maneuvers without using brakes, as if performing a figure eight. For example, could this be the embryo of an autonomous motorcycle? In a perfect scenario, like with cars, it wouldn't need human intervention to be ridden. Just hop on and go wherever you want. The designer, Daniel Kennedy, envisioned a hybrid model for a Ducati with a replaceable battery and 2 cylinders. The concept, named Ducati Ghost, aims to embrace the term hybrid in 2 ways. On one hand, it utilizes hybrid performance by combining an electric motor with a 2-cylinder combustion engine. On the other hand, it incorporates electric driving in the city while maintaining the performance of a traditional combustion engine on the road. Another intriguing aspect is the clutch, designed to allow the engines to operate independently. In this setup, the parallel combustion engine acts as a generator for the batteries, while the electric motor propels the Ghost. The trapezoidal fork with forks and the shock absorber are bolted to its backbone, while the swing arm itself is bolted to the electric motor housing. The split handlebars are also bolted to the upper articulation point of the fork mechanism, featuring a digital display. The tank-like shape is fictional and directly inspired by Ducati's latest designs. The carbon disc wheel is laced, and the braking system includes 2 front discs that match the wheel diameter. Kennedy designed the batteries in a box shape for easy removal, playing with the idea of exchanging depleted batteries for fully charged ones at the manufacturer's dealerships. Whether this concept will ever become reality remains uncertain, but it serves as significant inspiration for future Ducati motorcycles. This other Lazaretti model is a different motorcycle. It's the LM410 model. But this fact becomes overshadowed when you observe this vehicle's ability to lean into curves, thanks to the 2 front wheels attached to a complex hydraulic device that keeps all 4 wheels firmly on the ground, even during inclinations. The entire structure is meticulously handcrafted in aluminum and is equipped with the Yamaha R1 engine. It was developed by the French customizer Ludovic Lazaretti. And it's not just a motorcycle designed for photo success. It has been manufactured and made available. There are only 10 units, each equipped with a Yamaha YZF R1 1000cc 4-cylinder engine. This beauty is indeed available for purchase by the public, with a price tag of approximately €100,000. Thank you for sticking around until the end of this video, and see you in the next one.